Welcome everyone. In today's session, we are going to see what is the influence of voltage on the transmission line. Generally, we have high voltage and low voltage in both AC and DC transmission. The transmission of electrical power is carried at high voltages due to the following reasons. The volume of conductor material required will be reduced, and then the transmission efficiency gets increased, and the percentage line drop gets decreases. Generally, for the transmission of electrical power, we prefer the material of the conductor to be a copper or aluminium. As the cost of copper is higher, normally we prefer aluminium. Okay, now we are going to see how much amount of volume of the conductor is reduced if you are if you are transmitting the electrical power at high voltage, right? So let us consider the transmission of the electrical power for a three-phase line with P as the power transmitted and V is the line voltage and the power factor is cos phi. Let L be the length of the conductor, R be the resistance of the conductor with rho as resistivity and A be the area of cross section. For a three-phase system, the power will be given as P is equal to root 3 VL IL cos phi. From that, per phase can be written as I is equal to P by root 3 V into cos phi. The resistance in terms of resistivity is given as R equal to rho L by A, where rho is the resistivity, L is the length of the conductor and A is the area of cross section. The power loss equation will be given as I square R, and for a three-phase system we have to include the term 3. When you substitute the value for I and R, your power loss expression will be reduced like this. From this expression, we can write the area of cross section as A equal to P square rho L divided by V square cos square phi into W. Now, we are going to see what is the volume of conductor required. Normally, the volume will be obtained from the by multiplying the area and the length, right? So, this is the A is the area of cross section and L is the length of the conductor. So, this will give you the volume of the conductor. As it is a three-phase system, you have to multiply with 3. So, this is the reduced value of the volume of the conductor required. If you substitute the value for power P, resistivity rho and length and power loss W, the remaining term will be it will be your voltage square and the power factor square, cos phi square and voltage square. So we can conclude the volume of the conductor material required will be inversely proportional to square of the voltage and inversely proportional to square of the power factor. From this we can conclude if the value of the transmission voltage increases, the conductor required will be lesser. Next we are going to see how the transmission efficiency gets increased if you are using a high voltage for the electrical power transmission. Generally we know the input power is equal to output power plus losses. So this is the output power and this is the expression for the losses, right? Now we are going to replace the area of the conductor in terms of current density. So A is equal to I by J, where J is the current density, right? So in this expression we are going to replace this A by I by J. So your expression will be, input power expression will be represented like this. Here 1 by I, we are separating your I, and already we know the expression for I is P by root 3V cos phi. Replacing that I here. Here in this, then your this voltage and voltage gets cancelled, P and P gets cancelled. So your expression will be reduced like this. In these two expression you are having the power common. So taking P outside, your expression will be reduced to P into 1 plus root 3 j rho L divided by V cos phi. Always the efficiency is given as output by input. So P is the output power and this is the expression for input power. When you reduce it, this P and P gets cancelled. Your expression is like this. By applying binomial theorem, the final expression will be reduced like this. So the transmission efficiency is 1 minus this term. Here your current density, your resistivity rho and your length of the conductor L will be a constant term. So if you see your expression, your efficiency expression will be depend upon your voltage, which is inversely relationship. So if you increase your voltage, automatically the efficiency of the system will also increase, right? Then we are going to see what is the line drop that takes place. The line drop will be given as I V equal to I into R. Replace this as R by rho L by A, and then your area of cross section is replaced in terms of current density J by I. So when you simplify, your expression will be rho L into J, right? If you are expressing this as voltage line percentage line drop, it will be J rho L by V. So here also your J, rho and L will be constant, and your line drop, percentage line drop depends upon your voltage. So if you are increasing your voltage, automatically the line drop gets decreased, right? So we are going to summarize why we have chosen high voltage for the electrical power transmission. If you are increasing the high voltage, automatically the volume of the conductor required will be reduced, as the volume of the conductor is inversely proportional to square of the supply voltage. Then the transmission efficiency increases with the increase in the supply voltage. Then the drop also decreases with the increase in supply voltage, and the transmission losses also decreases with the increase in supply voltage, as they are inversely relation. So if you are increasing the transmission voltage, automatically the conductor material required will be reduced. But it has its own limitations. If you are using a high transmission voltage, we are going to see those things. If we prefer high transmission voltage, it results in increased cost of insulating the conductor, and then the increased cost of transformer, switch gear and other terminal apparatus will be increased. So automatically the initial capital cost will be increased. From the above advantages and limitations of the high voltage transmission, we can say that with the increase in transmission voltage, the cost of the conductor material can be reduced and efficiency can be increased. But the cost of transformer, insulators, switchgears, etc. is increased at the same time. Thus, for overall efficiency, there is an optimum transmission voltage, right? So, for the economical transmission voltage, the sum of the cost of conductor material, transformer, switchgear, insulators should be minimum. This is the optimum curve in which y-axis shows the capital cost of the transmission and x-axis shows the transmission voltage. So you will get the optimum transmission voltage only when the cost of all the equipments is low.